questa musica stasera che mi riporta un poco del passato. La luna ci teneva compagnia. Io ti sentivo mia, soltanto mia. Il mondo intorno a noi non esisteva. Per la felicità che tu mi davi, che me ne faccio ormai di tutti i giorni miei. Se nei miei giorni no ci sei più tu.
Today I'm going to tell you a story of ambition, precision and quiet confidence. A story shaped by a hand in Italy and carried halfway around the globe. Introducing Argento, a 1968 Lamborghini 400GT 2+2 with a history full of timeless milestones. It all starts back in 1968 when Ferruccio Lamborghini conceives it as the first Grand Tourer of the brand, a landmark in automotive history and a statement of intent from a young manufacturer determined to challenge the establishment and the status quo. Hopes and dreams funneled into reality, and the moment Sant'Agata Bolognese proved the world it could rewrite the history books with a refined sports car without losing comfort and edge. One of the most significant chapters in Italian and European engineering, the 400GT combines charm and polished presence, a nuanced, high-caliber creation that left an indelible mark in everyone's lives. It took pop culture by storm, steering competition among other OEM manufacturers who wanted to develop a suitable contender to what is now referred to as the beginning of the Italian classic car era and the Dolce Vita. An era characterized by a passion for speed, glamour and freedom, with the note of nostalgia, of course. The distinctive front end with the iconic twin headlights, the prominent C-shaped nose and the fastback teardrop roof merging into the rear section, the side fascia and the ridge cutting straight above the rear tires, the extremely low ground clearance, all elements that gave the 400GT a commanding presence on the road and a timeless character worth dying for. At the heart of this magnificent muse lies a Bizzarrini 4-liter V12 with alloy block and heads, 6 Weber 40mm carburetors, putting out 320 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 373 Nm of torque. Naturally aspirated symphony in motion. The 400GT was also known for its stylish and comfortable interiors. The cabin featured leather sport seats in a 2+2 configuration and a classic wood-grain 3-spoke steering wheel with the iconic Raging Bull on it. The 2 big dials completely dominating the main dashboard and 4 main service gauges on the side with multiple switches to operate the most diverse functions and quirks. And now a jump into the past, exploring the history of this ballerina on wheels. Uniqueness is the key word here. You see, Argento is one of the very last 400GT 2+2s built, and the first out of 5 factory-built right-hand drive Lamborghini ever produced. Given the pending bankruptcy of Carrozzeria Touring in 1967, The last few models were built and completed by Carrozzeria Marazzi in 1968, when this exact car left the assembly line as intended. The original owner was Mrs. Dorothy Wallace of Randwick from Sydney, Australia. Given the iconic surname, rumour has it that the car belonged to a former Bob Wallace, Lamborghini's legendary test driver and mechanic. This association adds to the mystique surrounding the car, of course. It appeared on many prominent publications at the time, the Newcastle Morning Herald, Racing Car News, and soon after it found itself photographed in front of the newly opened Sydney Opera House, cementing its place as a symbol of modern performance and design. In 1969, this 400GT crossed the Tasman Sea, becoming the first ever Lamborghini imported into New Zealand. That same day, it made the front page of the Auckland Star under the headline, "A sleek 20 grand worth," certainly a bold figure for the time. By the mid-80s, the car re-emerged on the market, and this is where the story takes a turn that feels almost cinematic. In 1986, a 16-year-old enthusiast named Paul Clements spotted the car for sale in Wellington. Determined to see it in person, he cycled from his home in Christchurch all the way up to Wellington over 2 days, during the passage of Halley's Comet as well, which he witnessed. He was allowed to take the Lamborghini out of the showroom to photograph it. The next day, he cycled all the way back to Christchurch for a round trip of nearly 900 kilometers, again on a push bike. In 1989, ownership passed on to Kenny Smith, widely regarded as one of New Zealand's longest-serving race car drivers. Under his care, the Lamborghini was placed into storage where it remained largely untouched for the next 17 years. The long wait ended in 2006 when Paul Alford acquired the car, requiring only a brake refurbishment before being recommissioned and returned to the road. In 2016, and nearly 48 years after the original factory order was placed, Rick Wallace, the original owner, reached out with a box containing the complete paper trail, factory correspondence, shipping documents, spare parts schedules, insurance records, and importation paperwork. The missing piece of the puzzle was finally returned to the car's custodian. Today, this 1968 Lamborghini 400 GT 2+2 stands not as a museum piece, but as a living record of Lamborghini's early ambition, expansion, and its colonization of the Southern Hemisphere. A car whose story is truly significant and a memento to older times, reminding us what's important in life. Not possessions or assets or wealth, but rather memories and unique moments captured along the way. The destination is just the beginning. The journey is what matters the most. Grazie per la visione e arrivederci a tutti. Ciao!
Cantare, oh, nel blu degli occhi tuoi blu, felice di stare qua giù. E continuo a volare felice più in alto del sole ed ancora più su.